Hi everybody, this is Miss Carol. I know that you must be a little bit bored at home, and I thought maybe I can share some crafting ideas with you. You know, we've been studying about buildings, and we're coming to the end of that chapter of work. But I thought maybe we can do something regarding a cityscape or skyscrapers. You know, skyscrapers are those big, tall buildings that we see in New York. They're very, very big, with maybe 100 floors on them. So I wanted to do a project with you, and we can make a cityscape like this. What you need to do this is you'll need some construction paper, like this. You could use blue because you have to have a color for your sky. You could use blue, or sometimes the sky looks yellow, sometimes the sky looks pink. And if you don't have construction paper, you can use white paper and you can color it in. I'm going to use blue color. And then the next thing that you'll need is a magazine with lots of pages with text on it, with letters on it. And you'll need some markers. I have a black marker is necessary, and also a green and brown marker, and if you want, pink and red. Also, you need glue, and you need scissors. Now, to begin, you want to make the sky, because we're going to do this in layers. And you want to get your magazine and find a page, not just with text, but one that's got color on it. Something like this, because you want to make some clouds, but you don't want them to be with text on it. You can have a cloud with just a solid color. I cut some pieces out already. Here's a nice green cloud. I'm just going to put that up in the sky. And if you have yellow color or something like that, you can make the sun as well. You make the sky the way you want to. Okay? So I'm going to put my cloud up here in the sky, like that. And then I want to put some buildings. So you need to cut out some buildings. I have my buildings here. They're cut out already. So you want some really tall buildings like the Empire State Building. If you look to the east, you can see the skyscraper, all the skyscrapers in New York City. So make some tall buildings and then make some short buildings also. I'm going to glue down my tall buildings first, like this. Glue on the back, right? Like we always do. Put my tall buildings up from the bottom of the paper to the top of the paper. I'm putting 3 tall buildings up, like this. But you cut them out the way you want to, okay? You can make different shaped buildings, okay? Like this. And then once your buildings are, your first 3 buildings are up, then put a line around them because you want them to be able to show, to stand out against the dark paper, the color of your sky, okay? I'm putting a black line around these. Doesn't have to be perfect. Just make the best you can. Go around the buildings. Okay? And then you're going to put in your next level of buildings, your shorter buildings. Okay? So this is the way mine looks so far. I have 3 buildings, and now I'm going to put 2 shorter buildings on also. Like this. And I'm going to put this building right over here on the side. Okay. And then I'm going to outline those buildings too so that they stand out. Just go around the outline of the building that you put there. Okay. Okay. So there are my buildings, the beginning of my cityscape. But also in the city, we have trees also, right? Trees are nice because they make you feel warm and comfortable. If you just have buildings everywhere, it feels kind of tense. But we want to feel warm and comfortable. So we're going to put some trees on the street, right? So I'm going to glue my my egg carton trees. The way that I've made these, I've cut them ahead, but just take the egg carton. It's kind of bumpy, so it looks like leaves. So you can just tear off a piece of the egg carton or any kind of bumpy paper. If you don't have bumpy paper, then just use like construction paper or something like that. But the egg carton works really well. So we can glue the egg carton pieces here. And remember, the trees, the buildings are really tall, so the trees will be lower down because the trees are not as big as the skyscrapers. Okay, now I have another tree here and another one here. I'll put it right here, and then I have a skinny tree. I want to put a skinny tree. Trees grow different shapes, right? Here's a skinny tree. Okay, right there. And these trees should be colored in green. So if you take your marker and just color in your trees like that. I have a nice light green, so it looks like springtime trees. Okay, you could color these before you glue them down also, but I've chosen to put them down first. Okay. And here are all my trees. I put 5 trees in. You could count them 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 trees. And then after we have the tree leaves in, we want to put the trunks in. So you put the trunks here, like that. And I'm going to show some branches up in my trees also. Okay, here's another trunk. And another. And another. Like that. There's my trees. Here are my trees. And if you want, you could just use like some other bright colors like red and pink. And you could even put some flowers down on the bottom because sometimes there's flowers growing in the city. Anyway, it's nice to see the flowers in the springtime, right? Like that. And here's some red flowers. Like that. And there you go. Here's my cityscape. Okay? If you like making cityscapes, what you can do is you can make more than one. And then if you put them next to each other, let me see if I could show you that, right? You can make across a whole wall, you can make a big, big cityscape, like New York City skyline. Okay, I hope you enjoyed doing that. So you keep busy today doing your crafts and making your buildings and your cityscapes, and you help your mom and dad out by listening to them and trying to keep busy, okay? You be well. Love you all. Bye-bye.